Assalamu alaikum. Ever wondered why performing ruqyah during the blessed month of Ramadan is so incredibly important? Let's dive deeper together and discover why performing ruqyah during this special month is a big deal and what you need to do. Why starting a ruqyah now is crucial. Starting a ruqyah now is crucial for several reasons. During the blessed month of Ramadan, we are surrounded by blessings and goodness. However, during this time, the mighty shayateen are chained, and their cohorts, the sorcerers, are unemployed. They cannot plot evil plans because the blessings of this month nullify them. But strangely enough, we see an increase in renewed sihr in the previous month of Sha'ban every year. Why? Because the shayateen are afraid of the coming of Ramadan. They know that their dark practices will be destroyed and cannot be renewed. During Sha'ban and even during Ramadan, we also often observe many people suddenly start showing up with henna stains. But again, they attempt to renew sorcery, but this fails because Allah won't let them. So more people might still end up with henna marks during these months, which is a sign that the dark magic failed. And this is where ruqyah becomes essential. We have to arm ourselves against evil, especially now. Therefore, we advise our brothers and sisters to protect themselves by doing the following. Number 1. Strengthening during Ramadan. We know that during Ramadan, the gates of heaven are wide open, and the demonic forces are weakened. This is the moment when our prayers and dua are answered with special grace, and our acts of worship are multiplied. So, what should you focus on? Ruqyah, both for yourself and for your family. Continue practicing ruqyah using the videos we have specifically made for you. These videos are intended to encourage you to perform ruqyah yourself. We already have some online such as سحر التفريق, سحر تعطيل الزواج, السحر المأكول والمشروب, السحر المدفون, سحر الربط, the evil eye, جن عاشق. Before hitting play, we strongly recommend you to do the following. Perform wudu. Express sincere intentions. Open your heart to healing. Remember, this ruqyah is a tool, and Allah is the ultimate healer. To maximize the effectiveness of this practice, we suggest applying recited oil to yourself and drinking ruqyah water before playing the video. Put on your headphones, find a calm environment, and take the time to note how you react at different moments in the audio. Keep in mind that listening to ruqyah audio is secondary. The primary focus is on reciting the Quran. However, if it is your first time, go ahead and listen for a couple of times. But eventually, you have to make a transition to start reading it yourself. Number 2. Daily protection. But let's also talk about daily protection. To protect ourselves daily from negative influences and maintain our mental well-being, it is crucial to seek protection from Allah every day. That means supplications, brothers and sisters. Supplications act as a spiritual shield to guard us against darkness and strengthen our faith. And someone who doesn't recite them is doing themselves a tremendous injustice. So, when should we recite these dua? Morning and evening dua. The morning supplications are performed after the Fajr prayer, and the time for this extends until sunrise. The evening supplications should be recited after the Asr prayer, and the time for this extends until sunset, Maghrib prayer. Specific dua. In addition to the general morning and evening supplications, there are also specific supplications that we can recite for everyday activities. For example, before entering the restroom, upon leaving the restroom, upon entering the house, upon leaving the house, when getting dressed, when undressing. Number 3. Before bedtime. Before going to bed, it's valuable to pay attention to spiritual purification, which can help us find inner peace and protect us from negative influences during our sleep. Here are some simple practices we can apply. Ruqyah water and honey. An effective way to purify yourself before bedtime is by drinking Ruqyah water mixed with pure honey. Ruqyah water is water blessed by reciting sacred verses from the Quran. Drinking this water before bedtime can help protect and heal us from negative influences. Adding pure honey to the water can enhance its cleansing properties and also provide a soothing effect on the body and mind. Closing doors and windows. After the Maghrib prayer, it's good to close the doors and windows of your house while reciting the Basmalah. The Basmalah, which is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, means in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Number 4. Iqra. Finally, Allah has clearly told us that the words of the Quran are healing for those who believe. Therefore, the use of the Quran as a treatment, when approached with sincere faith, can bring miraculous healing for all kinds of ailments. This is emphasized in a verse from the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, verse 82, where Allah says, "And we send down of the Quran that which is healing and mercy for the believers. وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ." Read in the name of your Rabb, who has created all that exists. Read the Quran and taste the inner peace. Now I invite you to raise your hands and say with us, Ameen. May this blessed month envelop us all with protection against all forms of darkness and negativity. May Allah bless our efforts and guide us on the path of peace and enlightenment. May He grant us healing, both physically and spiritually. May His grace always surround us, and may He grant us the strength to remain steadfast in our Iman. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.